It started off as just a regular old inspection. That was it. It started off as a regular old inspection. You know how you got to get your annual inspections on your car? Mm-hmm. That's what happened. It started off with a regular old inspection. Next thing I know, that day, changed the course of this year already, honey. Listen, don't listen to me yet. Just come on back after you watch this story, okay? Honey, I had a problem and I solved it. Yes, I did. I had a problem and I solved it.
I said, what am I going to do for the winter? So I said, I need to find me something for the winter. And this is what I thought. And I
Wow.
said, now it works out in my favor because all I have to do is cash on top of it.
Yep.
So I said, shit, this will work out for me.
Mm-hmm.
This will work out for me. Sister just I can't.
Something like a chameleon at the party. Trying to be everyone's type. Look what I started. Writing all of these love songs for somebody else. Posting all of these pictures so downhearted. I lost myself 1,000 times. Please, Lord, don't let it be 1,000 more. A broken angel in disguise. Still searching for the version of you at my core. I swear when I find you, I'll never let you go. I swear when I find you, I love you like you know you deserve to be. You're everything, the best version of me. I swear when I find you.
Ain't nothing like a good old BMW dealership, honey. Walk around here, look at all these fabulous BMWs. If you are a BMW lover, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's something about a BMW. I remember somebody that turned me on to them. I didn't even know I could dream so big. There's a girl I went to school with that said something to me for the first time about a BMW. And I said, you know what? I think I want me one of them too. And ever since then, I've been a BMW connoisseur, honey. Ever since then, so I thank her. Because I had, like, I just wanted me old Mark 7. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know, something that was made from Ford or something. You know what I'm saying? I was in the deep. You know, I ain't know I can get a BMW, right? I didn't know that they were affordable, okay? I didn't know that they were within my price range. I ain't know. I thought they was for the rich people only, okay? I didn't know, honey, but once I found out, baby, she ain't went back. She's always kept at least one in the driveway at any given time, honey. So lately, it's always two. And so I thank you. I thank you, God. I thank you for the abundance. I thank you for protection. I thank you for giving. I thank you for, oh, I just thank you. But, it's amazing. Happy birthday to me, honey. Happy birthday to me. This one has the lights like that. That's a lot different. Oh my goodness, the difference. So those type of lights, and then vents versus those type of vents. Okay. Now, look at the lights. Oh my God, and they got this blue something in them. Oh Jesus Louise. That is beautiful, that is beautiful, that is beautiful. Ooh. Oh, let me see. My belt came off. Okay. No, we ready. My belt came off though. Let me see. Oh, look at the bag. Let me see the bag. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can see the difference. Like the lights and the light caps and all that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Do you want a front plate on this car?
I'm sorry?
Do you want a front license plate on this vehicle?
I think I have to have it by law or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get that installed for you.
Okay.
Alrighty. And we're gonna get you all set up and activated in the vehicle. That's all through that.
That is insane. Like, literally, that is insane.
So it works the same way as a key. You approach the vehicle, it unlocks. You walk away from the vehicle, it locks. Let's see. We're gonna get you paired up for Apple CarPlay. You do want to use Apple CarPlay?
I hadn't even figured out all the features in that one.
Well, we'll get you all set.
Like, literally. I mean, she went to, you know, I just didn't want to learn it because I was like, my patience span ain't that long. But yeah. I'm at the point now where I'm just waiting on her to drive herself.
Well, we're getting close.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's all set. I'm just activating everything, making sure the entire car is turned on, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Using Siri. Yep. Pink lighting throughout.
And so it goes like...
So here's one section. There's another section
Oh my
in the
God.
doors. At night, it looks really cool because it'll, of course, be really dark out. But in the sun, it's a little bit hard to see. It will be down in your footwell throughout the cup holder. And then in the back seats, you can kind of see them in the door panels as well.
That is awesome.
I'm glad you like that.
Like, that is so freaking cool. Like you have no idea how that's cool to me. Like, to have pink lights. Like, I am such a pink girl. I just have pink lights. You know what I mean? Like, and still be, you know, a mom at it. And but I got some fancy lights. Okay.
That one's a really popular option.
Look, BMW give us snacks, honey. Look, they give us snacks. Okay. Make me some more tea, honey. Yep, they give us snacks. Okay, let me give me 1 second. I'll make this tea.
Get you a key changer, so here's some over here.
Okay.
Which one you want? I mean, I'll get you something else too. But which one do you like any of these? I know you don't want the EX, but that's
Yeah,
actually
definitely.
X3.
We definitely can't do that one.
That's a 5
I was
series.
thinking, what is this? This just say BMW,
That's the
right?
one a lot of people get because it just says BMW.
just say,
that
yeah.
one does too. That's got the Randell on it, and this one just got the word BMW.
Yeah, I'm
Which
good.
one you like?
Yeah, I mean,
This one?
yeah, I like that one better than that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this one better.
Get you that one.
Okay.
And then if you want, look up here while they're doing that. Anything you see like the coffee
Oh, we definitely
mugs,
gonna get some coffee mug because you see, I got a.
Yeah, you got to match
I got a Yeti.
car, man. You want a white one? Match the car. I mean,
For
you
sure,
pick
for
which
sure. For sure.
Then one has a straw on the other side,
yeah, we sure
and
do.
one doesn't. So I don't know which one you want.
We sure do.
On the far right.
Do you have the bracket off of there?
Oh, the brackets on there. It's a part of the downpipe.
Oh yeah.
I was
I asked
wondering
you
if you
to
get the bracket off.
That's
Maybe take it somewhere.
Uh-huh.
He said
We
we
just went over to O'Reilly's and we were popping open the boxes and nuts, going out home, back forth, and they didn't have anything. And I went through
all the good size in there. That's a best.
Okay, that's that. Yeah, he was saying it was an extra large. It was XX large. It was. I didn't
See,
know.
all the European cuts are small. And when I buy stuff off of this,
Yeah.
I don't want no extra large.
Right,
That's what I gotta
right,
get in
right.
this. 'Cause
Yeah.
I buy a large, it's like too tight.
Right. Yeah. Well, that definitely wouldn't
I
look
got
cute
broad
on me.
shoulders. And
Yeah, because it wouldn't be fitting. It would just look like I just got my husband's jacket on, and I wouldn't want that.
don't want to do this.
If that's the case, I need him to pay
Tail
for it. If that's the case, I want him to pay for it.
All right, man.
Alright, yeah, track wasn't see if they hook you up. And this is what it said. That's what it said. Can I get the part number?
Did you say you had to pick your child up?
No, I was saying, yeah, I gotta get her. She'll be home. She has what's called tonight, so 6:30 she'll be home.
Okay.
But I was supposed to be at practice at 5, so I'm not gonna make it.
It's only about 20 minutes to 5.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it.
There you go. Alright, sir. Good fellas.
Okay, we're gonna do a couple of things. First thing I need is a keychain out here.
We do?
The one that's got BMW on it.
Okay.
And I think she wants one of those. Which one of those?
The white,
With the straw or without the straw?
the one with the straw.
Straw?
And just the tickle.
Oh, baby, you gotta give me this white bear.
Oh, I would definitely give you a teddy bear.
Yeah,
I
you
was
gotta
gonna offer
give
you
me
that
a
anyway. If I hadn't been with a lady that got here before you got here, because she came in just before you did, I was gonna get that and put it in the car and really surprise you. But then I said, well, I don't know if you want the white one or the brown one.
Because Casey gave me the brown one.
Oh, no, we don't want the
So,
brown.
yeah.
You need a white teddy bear too. Yeah, you got definitely upstage Casey. We don't want you going back there. And I'm gonna help you get your stuff.
Wait a minute,
out
so,
there.
okay, now, okay, one more
Change the
thing.
name?
No, because those are 2 different cups. Okay, you gotta make 2 trips, please.
All right, what you got?
Well, because you gotta get the beer anyway. And I'm sorry, and if you didn't get the keychain yet. So those are 2 different cups. So the white one is, we got that one. Also, right, the white one, the cups, right? We gotta get that one with the straw. But then we also, because I'm a tea drinker, so we also got to get the tea drinker. So the one on the far right is white as well. Because that's for the hot. That's right. That's right. Because you see, I'm a tea drinker, so I have to have my tea.
I agree with that 100%.
Okay, so before I leave her, right? Because that's her name, her. Okay. I wanted to thank her for the 3 years that she's given me safely up and down the highway. And I thank you for being reliable. And I thank you for helping me to get to where I am at this point in my life. And I want to celebrate you, her. I thank you. Thank you, her. Thank you. Yes. All right, so. Okay. Okay. I wanted to make sure I mic'd up. Look, y'all. Look, isn't she a beauty? Listen, and listen, did y'all see all the stuff I got? Look, all the amazing gifts that I got. All the amazing gifts that I got. Look, and I tell you, she talks to me. She talks to me. Listen, I just want to get this video in, and then I'm gonna come back and show this car in the nighttime, because when I tell you she's a beauty, she is a beauty. I'm so thankful. Thank you, God. And it all started because I had a problem that I needed to solve. It all started because I had a problem I needed to solve. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm gonna record. I'm gonna record, like, when I tell you that this is just amazing. I'm gonna take you around this car, but I want to do it when it get dark time so you can see the lights. Oh my God, this shit. You got to see the lights. You got to see the lights. You got to see the lights. Oh my God, you got to see the lights. Okay, so I'm gonna come back, okay, and I'm gonna wait till it's dark time, and then that way I can give you a tour of this car, okay? Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Listen, did you like that? Did you like that? So, let me back up. Okay? Now, in case you haven't noticed, I am still celebrating my 53rd birthday, honey. Listen, from the day that I am recording this, my birthday was probably, I don't know, 10, 12 days ago, honey. But I still got events that I got going on. And I'm still doing things because I have amazing friends, okay? And so because of that, I am still celebrating my birthday. Now, if this is your first time, hello and welcome. I am Yashika, and I am also known as Fairy Godmother, honey. Get into it. And you are watching Hood Parenting, where you come on in here and we talk a little bit about everything, honey. a little bit about everything from my perspective, honey, from my perspective. And so, if this is your first time, hello and welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back to this little fairyland of mine, honey. My favorite, this little spot for me that I got here on the internet, honey. These folks' internet. But look here, y'all. Let me tell you how it started, okay? Now, y'all know how it is on annually, you have to get your car inspected, okay? That's all it was. As we went into 2026, okay, I knew that I had to get one of my vehicle's cars inspected, okay? So that's what I did. I went on down there, got the car inspected. And when I got the car inspected, now mind you, this car was only 3 years old, but I knew, I knew. He said, it's time for some new tires. He said, matter of fact, one of your tires that you got right now, it needs a plug in it. I may be able to plug it, but if not, you're going to have to get a new tire. And so I said, well, typically when I buy tires, I like to buy them all at the same time. So let's hope that you can plug it until I can get around to getting all 4 tires at the same time. That's what I told him. That's what I told him. Because that was true. Okay, now that was true. Okay, that was true. But at the same time, I was stalling. Okay, let's be clear about that. All right, because listen, the kind of cars I drive, the tires are run flats. So by the time you get a tire that is a run flat, the proper size, and you get in the line and all that, it's going to cost me about $500 per tire. And so I don't know if y'all been watching the economy, okay, but the price of trees is going up, okay? The price of trees is going up. So anything that they make with trees or whatever is going up. So plastic is going up, which means tires is going up, okay? All things is going up, all right? Now, he said I needed 4 new tires eventually. So I said, okay, can I hold off for a couple of months? He said, absolutely. So that was January. All right. That was January. Come February, I had a bright idea. I said, you know what? Let me fix a problem differently than the way that I would normally fix a problem because I didn't want to spend that $2,000. Let's just be clear there. I did not want to spend that $2,000, okay? Not only that, but it was time for my birthday coming around, okay? Because mind you, we're going into February at this point. It was time for my birthday to come around in March. Then on top of that, I know I'm going to want to take spring break. I know I'm going to want to take some. I didn't want to spend $2,000. Plus, it's time for the taxes to do on these houses, okay, that I own. So listen, I had a lot going on, okay? And those 4 tires was not in my budget, all right? Those 4 tires was not in my budget. However, I decided to think smarter. I was like, Yashika, how can you fix this problem? So now, I don't know if y'all know, but this year, at the end of last year, 2025, I was told to go learn to play chess. I don't know why, all right? I don't know why, but I'm noticing that I'm able to start making chess moves in life that I would. Okay, so I'm assuming this is what God is teaching me, honey. I'm assuming because, hey, baby. So let me tell you my chess move. All right, y'all see the car, right? So this is how that worked out. So the car that I had before, right? Because mind you, not the only car, but the car that I drive, the newer car. It was a 2023. And my payment was of a certain standard, right? But it had a 5.1% interest. Now, at the time that I bought that particular car, that 2023, the interest rates on everything was a little bit higher, okay, back then, because we were coming up out of COVID. People was trying to get everything they needed. And so I got a 5%, which was higher than the car that I had before. Now, with that being said, I decided that let me look at and see how much the interest rates are going right now for these particular vehicles. And so I looked online and they were offering a 1.99% interest rate on 48 months. Okay. So now if you know they're offering a 1.99% interest rate on 48 months, then that means that anything after that is going to be a lower interest rate too. Because remember, we want to get lower than 5 because that's what I was before. So bet. That caused me to go ahead and look into the idea of me buying a new car. Now, if you know anything about foreign cars, especially the BMWs, which is what I drive, 9 times out of 10, if you take care of them, get the services the way you're supposed to, maintain them, make sure you go to the dealer the whole 9 yards, they're going to always have a value to them. In other words, they're going to always have a plus to them. They're going to be up. So every car I've ever traded in the whole 9 yards, I've always been able to go to the BMW dealer and it's always worth more than what I owe on it. And plus, because the interest rate typically is low for me, so my payment is going towards the principal more than interest rate. All right. Now, that's important because you already know you got to keep your doggone credit good. Okay. But we're not here to talk about economics. We're not here to talk about credit because y'all already know. Y'all already know that you got to keep your credit together, because if you don't, you can't do a lot of things in this life. Because why? Your money gonna run out, honey. Trust me when I tell you, unless you are the Rockefellers, honey, or the Knowles in the doggone the Carters, okay, or the Wests or the Kardashians, baby, you gonna run out of money. Okay. Now, so the average person, so you got to figure out a way to. Now, I've always had good credit, luckily. So what did I do? I went down there and said, you know what? Here's the deal. I went to 2 different BMW dealers, people that I've been dealing with in this area, and then the one that's about 30 minutes away. I explained to them, here's the thing. I am going to buy a new car, okay? Because mind you, they don't know I have a problem. They don't know that I need 4 new tires. But what I know is that they want this sale. That's what I know. Now, again, tires is $2,000. I need you to put a pin in that. The fact that my tires is $2,000. Okay, now, I tell 2 different BMW dealers that I'm going to buy a car. I'm going to buy a car before my birthday in March, okay? Because I want to have it for my birthday in March. So here's what I want. I don't want my payment to be more than it is right now. I want a 2026. I want this vehicle fresh off the lot, the whole 9 yards. What you got? Okay? This is what we do. So, of course, now I got 2 different BMW dealers that are trying to find me what I want. Now, I only drive white vehicles. So you got to have white. All right? So let the games begin. By the time I got done, okay, that's why I say this is chess, not checkers, honey. This is chess, not checkers. Now I understand why I was told to go learn how to play chess. What I did was I got me a brand new 2026 X5. Traded in my 2023 X5 for 2026. Not only did I get 4 brand new tires, but my X5, the 2023, was at 34,000 miles. Okay, now I buy my cars. Let's be clear there. I buy my cars. I have never, ever, ever leased a car because I drive too much. Okay, I'm up and down that highway too much for me to lease any car, so I always buy them. Now, with that being said, the 2023 had 34,000 miles plus on it, which means that once it hit the 36,000 mile mark, no warranties except for under engine or whatever. However, when it came to oil services, when it came to anything that they need about that time, I got to do it myself. Okay, now 50,000 miles, you start needing all kind of things about the 50,000 mile mark. I was like, you know what? I don't know what next year gonna bring, but I know right now these doggone APRs are low. So let's run this. So I got a brand new car, and when I tell you this thing does everything, baby, did you go back? This thing does everything. Did you see the video? It does everything, honey. And I get the illuminated pink. I know you've seen that. I get the illuminated pink, okay? I get the illuminated pink, okay? I can put it on the road. It'll drive for me. I even pushed the button the other day, and it parallel parked. Now, here's the thing, honey. I could parallel park myself, baby, because when I tell you I was an 8A Mike, a truck driver in the United States Army, I was a truck driver in the United States Army. I drove on the Autobahn, baby. That's why I like BMWs, because I learned to drive BMWs on the Autobahn in Germany. A stick shift, honey. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was 19 years of age. So, with that being said, with that being said, for me, I was able to get this X5 BMW, okay? Brand new, that does all these magical things, okay? All these magical things that I love, because I am a BMW connoisseur. It has nothing to do with anything else except I absolutely love BMWs. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. If I used to have the same love for Mark 7s, all right? But they stopped making them, okay? They stopped making Mark 7s, and I said, I'm still going to buy me one day. However, it'll have to be an antique because they don't make them. So for me, as long as I can remember, I've loved BMWs. Now, I have me a brand new BMW, and between car note and car insurance, let me get a drum roll. Between car note and car insurance. You know how much I went up? $21. That's it. $21. Now you know I didn't went up, so you know your car insurance gonna go up a little bit. The payment didn't even budge. Although that car was more, because my other car had a little equity in it, so I was able to roll that good equity over there, so that knocked a couple of grand down off of it. Plus, on top of that, I don't pay taxes on my cars, okay, because I'm 100% vet, so that saves me money right there, okay? Plus the fact that the APR that I was able to get, it was not a 1.99, but I want to say it was either 2.19 or 2.99, but I know that it is not a 5 point something that I have on a 2023, which ultimately by the time everything balanced out, it made my payment a $21 difference. Now, if you take 21 and divide it into $2,000, which is how much it would have cost me to get new tires, it would have took me about 100 months to save $21 to buy those tires. Or shall I say, by the time I feel the effect of needing those, you see what I'm saying? By that time, listen, this car better have been paid off, honey. This car better have been paid off before them 100 months was up. So you see why that was a chess move and not a doggone checker move? I had a problem, honey, and I solved it. Okay, because see, here's the thing. This is the lesson that we want to learn here. And before I get there, let me back up. Before I get there, I had someone to say to me about, well, now you have a new car note. And mind you, my car that I had before, it was on a 5 or 6 year, 5 or 6 years, because I know the one I got now is 6 months, 60 months, so it might have been the same. But I do know that I was going to eventually pay the car off. And if I had eventually paid the car off, that means I would have had a third car, a third BMW that's sitting outside my house that's paid off. And what I know about them is that eventually you got to buy a new car. I mean, I'm too young to just have these cars and that's it, never buy another car. And so with that being said, like I explained to that person, I said it very, very casually. When they start making cars that last forever, then I guess I could stop buying them. But until then, every couple of years, every few years, honey, we need new cars because technology changes and you start putting money into them when they start going bad. So until they make a car that lasts forever, honey, I don't see the problem. And I'm not in the business of collecting paid off cars sitting outside my yard, honey. I only got a 2-car driveway, okay? I only got a 2-car driveway. All right, you can't, I mean, it's only too much you can drive on the street, park on the street. You know, we don't pay attention to people like that, okay? People like that didn't see the beauty in the whole thing because the beauty in the whole thing is I had a problem. I legit had a problem when it came to needing tires for my car. And I did not want to pay the $2,000. And so I had to think about it from a strategic perspective. And when I think about this and my message to people, that's the message is here. Because like I said, I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all about making sure you keep your credit together because you already know that you're supposed to keep your credit together so you can be ready at all times. So you be ready at all times to do whatever you need to do at any given time. You got to keep your credit together. Now, there's plenty of people all over the internet that will talk to you about how to raise your credit, how to qualify for credit. That's not what I'm doing here. What I'm doing here is I want you to see a different way in which to solve a problem. Sometimes we have to think outside the box, okay? Because for me, that was the best move because not only did I get this beautiful birthday gift, that only going to cost me an extra $21 a month. Listen, that's nothing. Let's just be clear there. I just keep saying $21 because people like to know numbers. $21. That's it. And in 5 years, if I decide I don't want to play no more, I can pay the thing off and that'll be it. But even then, I still wouldn't have spent the $2,000 that I would have spent in tires. You understand what I'm saying? So even in 5 years paying $21 extra a month, it still would have been less than what I was spent. That's only $1,000 that I would have spent. Or excuse me, $1,000 towards those tires by the time I paid this car off. So it was definitely a win-win-win. And so when you think about that, when you think about making sure that you are putting yourself and positioning yourself in a place where you can make decisions, you can do things like that, you know. And let me say this, another thing that I did that I know was a chess move was sometimes you know how you have a credit card that may have a higher interest rate on it. And you're like, okay, well, look out for those credit cards that give you that whole, 10% or 12 months same as cash, right? Or 12 months, no interest, right? If you can do that and move those cards over to those cards, do that, because you can take that card and divide that payment by about 11 months and knock that card out, and you'll pay everything same as cash. It's like you paid no interest on it. And so that's another thing you can do when you got to make chess moves in life sometimes, right? But think about things like that, right? Save yourself some money. And so listen, all I know is I am still celebrating my 53rd. Still celebrating my 53rd, okay? And I know that this is going to be an amazing year. I know it is, because there are so many things that's been happening. And it's like, and I always be thinking like, what is going on? It's like things move in slow motion. It's like you see things unfolding, and it's just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing to watch, especially when you know that you've prayed for the life and you're living the life that you prayed for. And that's where I'm at. And that is such a beautiful thing, right? And so listen, I don't know who this video is for, but I hope y'all got something out of this. And again, I'm going to tell you, so listen, make those chess moves, right? Move those pieces around in your life in order to make your life. And then let me tell y'all another thing. I skipped the payment. So I skipped the whole payment on my car note. So that means that money I would have spent on that car note that 1 month. So the whole month of March, baby, I did not have a car note, because I bought the car at the end of February. Baby, it ain't due until the 1st of March. So I skipped, the 1st of April. So I skipped the whole month of March. I don't have no car payment. Bam. So that means I got a bam, an extra car payment to do whatever I want to do with it, right? You never know, right? I might need that money for something else, okay? Because I am going on vacation. I am going on vacation. Listen here, I have truly, truly enjoyed you. And like I said, if this is your first time here, I hope that you got something from this, from the fairy godmother, honey. And I hope you will just consider subscribing. And if you have subscribed, and if you do subscribe, be sure to turn on your notifications. So when I upload a vlog, honey, because let me tell you, I don't be doing these vlogs like I'm supposed to, because it be so much going on. And it's not, I'm not even going to get into it. I'm just going to say this. If I could just get that editing down okay, because I got the content. I just need, okay, y'all pray for me. All right. All right. I will talk to y'all in the next video. Bye. Look at all the pink. When I tell you this car does absolutely everything, oh my freaking God. This is the 2026 X5 BMW, and it does absolutely everything. But oh my God, I had to come out here and see what the pink looks like. I'm so excited. Look at all the pink. Look at the pink. Look at the pink. Do y'all understand how exciting that is for me? The pink. Oh my God, all the pink. The lights are pink. I could change them whatever color I want. And like I told them, they don't even have to tell me like how to do it, because I don't even care. Okay, I don't even care how to do it, because when I tell you that I am going to like always keep it in pink. Now, how do you start it up? Okay, how do you start it up? I can't remember. How do you start it up? Okay, here we go. Here we go. How you start it up? Okay. Oh my God. 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 Oh my goodness, look at that. the 2026. I didn't even know 2 weeks ago I was gonna get a car. I'm telling you, I didn't even know it. Things happen, and I was like, you know what? Hey, I need to get a new car. I need to look at getting a new car, and yeah, and I mean, oh my God, I'm a BMW connoisseur, as you can see. There's my 7 Series right there, and then there's my very first 3 Series right there. So that's my very first brand new 3 Series. Now, I've drove several 3 Series before then. 2 of them, I'm sorry, not several, 2 3 Series before then. They were German spec 3 Series. However, after that, what I ended up doing was, right before I left Germany, as a young soldier, I made sure that I had enough money on my last deployment, and I bought this particular BMW right here. And so currently, it's a 1997 318, and so I picked it up on March 22nd, which was my son's 2nd birthday. And so to this day, he still owns it, but he's away in the Army, and he has 1 car, and he lives on base, so he parks it here. And then this is my 7 Series. This is my 3rd 7 Series. And I've paid that one off, and so I'm gonna keep that one, never trade that one in. It's just my stability car. Like, it's gonna always be here. You know, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't, right? Sometimes I wanna be gangster, so I break out the 750. And then of course there's days where I just wanna be the soccer mom, right? I wanna be the soft life. I give myself the soft life. So because I give myself the soft life, I wanna be the soft life. And so this is where the X5 come in at. And I mean, I'm telling you, there's a whole story. And so yeah, I am so grateful, but just know that this was literally a chess move.